This is going to be a lesson on reed valves, the reed valve cage, basically how it works and how to make your reed valves better using more performance and adding top speed. I've done this before. I keep perfecting it. It does work very, very well. Now, in order to do this, we have to understand reeds. We have our standard CT reed, and this will be a reed cage, okay, or reed valve block. This is your standard CT reed valve holder. This is your what's called a black big block reed cage, which is pound for pound. These are exactly the same. They're just different color. Now the object of this lesson is to take your standard reeds, which come with the CT intake. These are carbon fiber reeds, supposedly. These are about as carbon fiber as I'm Brad Pitt. They are carbon fiber, I believe, in name only. The neat thing about them is we can improve on this. The company that builds the best reeds for racing is Boyson, right here. Boyson does not make a reed system like these replacement reeds right here for the CT manifold. You have to go in and say, well, it's a 1993 CR125, and they know exactly what that is, but they don't show any dimensions. Now, in these two books right here, now I would suggest anyone, whether you're in Finland or in England or in anywhere that wants to understand how two-stroke engines work, right here, is to do like I did, because I didn't know anything about two-strokes when I started, is this book, Two-Stroke Performance Tuning by A. Graham Bell. It has a lot of different things in it that will show you in pictures and explain how the reed valve works in conjunction with the engine, how it takes the metered fuel and puts it into the cylinder, and how the reed valve and the reed material is so very important to high speed. When reeds first started, they were metal. They were like this, except they were metal. And they had a problem when the reeds metal fatigued. They would get sucked into the intake and they would cause all kinds of havoc with the engine. Then they went to a fiber system, which is better because the fiber, even if it was sucked into the system, would not hurt the engine. It would just disintegrate the fiber. This is the other book that I suggest you buy, if you can buy it. I bought this years ago, used, for $100. And it is Two-Stroke Tuner's Handbook by HP Books. And you can see right here, 1972, it was $5. It is, pound for pound, better than this HP book, or two-stroke book. The reason is because it explains things better back in the day when they didn't have computers. They didn't have all these equations and things that can really off-put a person, because motors and performance, everything in this world is math. Whether it be the size of the carburetor, to the metering, way it meters fuel, to the length of the intake right here, to the length of the intake from here to where my thumb is, going into the motor, to the port timing in the ports in the cylinder. Every cylinder is different, and then you have a pressure wave from this really cool looking pipe, which if I had the money I'd buy another one. If I had the money I'd buy 3 of them, because I know that sooner or later they're not going to make these anymore, and I'm really anxious to see what this pipe does. Anyway, back to our story on reed valves. I wish that I would have had a video like this or some kind of information when I was starting. If you live like I live in the continental United States, well, or the mainland. If you live in Hawaii, that is the moped racers' capital of the planet, as I understand. I've never been there, but I could go down the street and I could talk to one young man or go to a store and talk to another, and they all have great advice. And so if you live in the islands, then I'm jealous. Next video.